places. Yay! Wait. Wow, that costs like 30 magic. Yeah, let's not use the whip. Several months have passed since I wandered into the castle and managed to survive this far by rummaging through treasure chests. Will I find something palatable today? I'd like to crack a chest open and find a hunk of meat. Have you not just killed pigs until they die? But oh my gosh, I love this place. That might be my new background. Because that... But yeah, cocoa beads, I want like 50. Hey! Health up? Yay! And that goes back down there, so I don't want to do it. Wow! Man, that hits hard. Actually, that sounds kind of like something I might use. Okay, so that does slash and strike. Slash thrust. Oh my gosh, I forgot already. Slash, yes. Thrust strike. That's map completion. I've already completed. I've proceeded. Where is this? Oh my gosh. I have found like 4 different areas and haven't fought a single boss. I feel like I've accidentally been avoiding bosses at this point. And down he goes. It's gonna be hard to get that guy's soul if he keeps freaking like jumping off buildings and crap. My goodness. Barrier by spinning your spear. Don't lift up the legs. 60 MP per second? That's only gonna last for like a second or two. Okay. I'm getting so tired of people just jumping into me. Use arrow. I'm still using fireball. I actually forgot. I like Gale Crawler. That's a good one. This costs 4. Nope. I mean, once I've picked up a crap ton, and I'm guessing covering the screen with arrowy goodness. But like here, it's increased the number of projectiles cast at once. I'm guessing one of them does like a circle, the other does. Fine healing item. business leaf of a detour. Okay. Can I not give him these? Or is that gonna be like a later game function where, oh, you picked up a book. Cool, I'll be taking it. This needs to... What? The other door like that. Uh-oh. Am I... Okay, I'm gonna sit here for a second. Okay, I'm guessing there is a safe area below me. Because that felt like a boss. Nope, forgot you were there. Oh, he can't go there. Because there's a set of stairs on his way. Wait, I already read this down. Yeah, that's all we... Save. Oh, sweet! Hey! Yeah, I can go back home. Oh, I love how she just jumps through it fist first, like... I'm a Superman, that junk. That's cool. UM is exploring. UM has found this place. Yay! Oh, I also forgot to talk to Farmer Dude last time. Farmer Dude! Hey, Farmer Dude! Because he doesn't so much have a bounty as he does, like... Stuff
I finished the harvest. Here's your share.
I don't have anything.
Oh, that's too bad. Drop by if you turn anything up.
He looks like he sounds like he's getting so stressed out. Yeah.
Who are you?
She needs. Can I not look that up?
Who are you?
She's looking for something. Archives. Quests. I do not like this quest book. Okay, I have to give her my brigandine. I am currently wearing that, or can I? I knew I needed the brigandine for something, but the stats are just too good. I can't. No. But she's the one that shall giveth me pizza.
Have you learned anything new? Here's what I've turned up on the monsters.
Still need to kill Dula Hammers. I think Dula Hammers are on the boat. I'll have to check.
Good work. Got any targets for me? Here's what I've turned up on the monsters. Good work. Have you learned? Here's what I've turned up on the monsters.
I need to check that now. Demons. Yeah. Dula Hammers are on the boat. I can go and kill some Dula Hammers.
Have you learned any? Here's what I've turned up on the monsters.
I'll be back. And she has food. Because I feel like food bonuses are going to be worth Right, these guys aren't as tanky as the guys that we're fighting. always loved that about the Castlevania series. Enemies don't scale. Thank God. Because I always got tired of stuff like that. Like in other games, like Breath of the Wild. I haven't played the game long enough to see it, but sounds like after you get a certain point, there's one. See? See? More of the bird, which is awesome. Because the bird soul gives me this food, which is cheap. Good work for me. I've always liked spells that do That's 2. And I do like finding the bird dude, so this way. I keep forgetting I can crazy. Can't hit it. It's too high up. Ow. There we go. Let's go back and get. Okay. Like, I thought since we had found a boss, we were going to get. Like a save point, but instead we got the warp room, and since the warp room can bring me anywhere near a save point, that is awesome. See, I can technically buy seeds from.
Have you learned anything new? Here's what I've turned up on the monsters.
Good work.
Now let's see.
Scrumptious.
They stack. Oh my gosh, they stack! Because I've got 40 HP now. Ooh, Daddy likes. That's awesome.
Are you eating properly? What are we transmuting this time?
Okay, so food just became probably the single most important item in the game. That means if I only get like 1 pizza from... No, I'll get more pizzas. And I feel like I'll be able to make lots of food later. Or I can just buy ingredients and learn how to farm.
Alfred was your master, wasn't he?
Ooh, more story stuff.
Former master.
I need to talk to
Why?
him like 6 times.
I don't know. I was just wondering if you remember anything about him that I don't.
Fair enough. As I recall, he was studying ways of drastically slowing down objects.
A time.
He was a genius, to be quite honest, but I have no respect for that now.
Why not?
Because he fought against sacrificing you right to the final moment. Only to change his mind like a coward.
Well, maybe he did to stay alive. Or maybe he had, like, mucked with time. Maybe he's the one that put her unconscious. We don't know.
I see. Thank you.
I want to know if they're going to try and go with some sort of, like, relationship
Hi, Miriam.
scenario.
So, what'll it be?
I forgot I could craft weapons, but I really like my whip at the moment. I mean, I'm still getting used to not so much like an attack delay as See, I don't know. Like, some of these weapons that come from the 8-bit coin look like they are fancier. With her last breath, she imbues this weapon with her soul. Like, these seem to be like relic or exotic type weapons, depending on what game you play. And the 8-bit coin allows you to like unlock X amount of them. Like, I've always liked the... Yeah, like this one does holy damage, because that's always great. Screw the musketeer. Flame whip. There's an arc of fire that's weak. I probably wouldn't use that one. Because usually there's enough like demon-esque enemies that are sort of uncomfortable. Okay, I do want to make like...
I'll go with this.
Because I've been getting
like
the
it.
bones and the bad stuff pretty easy.
Pace yourself out there.
Oh, now that's what you say. Okay, I guess. Oh wait, let me save to heal. And let's go fight a boss. Let's go fight a boss, yo. Let's do it. I have to remember I've put the dodge button on B. I mean, I never really dodge much in other games. Like, I know supposedly backstepping's a little faster than just, like, walking or running, but, like, I honestly don't.
Have you learned anything? Here's what I've turned up on the monsters.
Okay, so she doesn't have anything new. I don't have any more seeds. And she can't have my brigandine. And the only thing is pizza. And I'm not giving it to her, because to get the pizza, I need meat to find materials I don't have yet. Yay, another melting bone. That's awesome. Since I just used 2 of those to make the potions. Enemies. Weird sounds making. Shoot the ground. Go ahead. I'll shoot the ground. Like, I'm so lame. Aw. Okay, I just lost a little respect for the map design. For now. Just, I was like, oh, cool, warp. But, I get it. Some people would be like, if I die fighting this boss, I've gotta go through the warp just to come here. But, in Symphony of the Night, and I'm guessing the Sorrow games. Alright, let's do that.
Stop right there.
Ooh, I gotta fight Wolverine now.
I knew what you are. That ghastly air about you. You reek of sorcery, Shardbinder.
Oops.
Ah, and what am I to make of you?
Oh, he gets a cool intro where he's got a katana and spell tags?
I am your executioner.
Oh, okay. Oh, why is he
Boy,
heck is that bullshit? Oh my gosh! What is this bullcrap? Okay. It's like he's got freaking teleport move. Okay, let me... Wow. He kept me on that game over screen way too long. Almost as if to say, ha, stupid. Like, I'm gonna keep you here for a whole hot second. But no, I can't lose respect for the design choice, because it's just like, I don't want to grind. Man, he hit me for 107 in one attack. That's almost half my HP. I'm not hitting him with fireballs.
Stop.
Skip cutscene. Oh, but I can't skip him just anywhere. Oh, yeah. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. Combos. Nothing I have is able to... Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. No. 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 Taunt all you freaking want, jackass. And I'm dead. Crap. You do not notice how clunky her movement is until... Okay, I should be slide dashing, because the dodge is... The way they mapped the dodge button. Like, what's left trigger? No, seriously, what does left trigger do? Else I might make that the dodge button. Options, controls. Enter shortcut? What's enter shortcut? Open the shortcut menu. But I don't have any shortcuts yet, so... Okay, I'm gonna switch those out then. Because I think backstep might be important. And opening shortcuts should be... Yeah, let's apply that. Oh. Yeah, I feel like this is faster anyway. Like, it doesn't go as far as the backstep, but since most of his attacks are jumpy.
Stop. I knew what you...
Finishes me. I can't... Oh, and he's got a freaking block button. What the heck was that? Oh no. Yeah, I think he gets like a counter. But because the whip is... No! Oh my gosh! Yeah, he's inside my whip. Wow. Ow! I'm getting punished because he's got... Oh my gosh! This is a really hard fight. Come on. I have to hit the start button to get out of the game over screen, it looks like. Okay, that is not a fun fight. Because he's able to move so fluidly and has like dash attacks and stuff. So he's got mobility options that I do not have. Whereas I can't even move and swing my weapon at the same time. Like, I'm trying. Oh, jeez. Okay. I didn't go all... I don't even know what his max HP is, though. Like, if he's got bosses like 1,000 or something, I am not... Okay. See, I'm so mobile in the air, though, and that drives me nuts. Because I can't use that mobility against a guy who can freaking air slash and stuff. I mean, yes, he's a boss. He's supposed to be probably the deadliest thing in the room. The ghost went off screen, so I couldn't hear it. Crap. Okay, let me... I wish it would stay zoomed in, honestly. That would be... And I don't want to see my travel history, I just want to see... Yeah, let's go to that area we saw in the last video, because maybe there's a boss there that's easier. And if not, at least I can get... Right. And maybe those archers are meant to teach you, like, to be able to dodge. I mean, they don't do a good job if that's what they're supposed to do, but I'm feeling really put off by that boss. And it could be I'm not supposed to fight him this early, but the other direction had a crap ton of guys that were wrecking my day, so... I do like how the warp area is relatively close. I can go through here. I'm guessing it's a flying coach. Oh! I can't... Oh. What the heck was that? I love how a lot of these enemies like Toad. I'm guessing this one, can you just drop a Toad? Release a Toad. Yeah. I'd like to XP. Okay, I need 800 XP. And if I know my Castlevanias, these guys give me like 8. Whoa! What the heck? What? How? The heck? Okay. I guess I can't go this way. Or I need like stone skin or something so the spikes break when they smack me. Well, crap. And this is the one I need the key for. So yeah, fighting Zangetsu, which is a cool name, Yeah, I wish it wasn't a bad guy's name. See, double jump, that's a mana upgrade. Okay, I guess we'll go back where we were. Just, she feels really clunky. Oh, just went right through my history. See, then I land on mobility options. There aren't. I mean, they have flying pigs. I just touch people and they die. No. Okay, that's me being genuine, just Clunky. Because that's always been a thing. Man. It's now I gotta go through. Come on, guys. Some of us are really... What is with multiple games not letting me save? Like, can it not stay like this all game? Like, I mean, I get if the map moves, but does it need to keep zooming in again? That's really annoying to me. No, just... Yeah, maybe it's the weapon type. I don't know, can I move while attacking with... Where'd I get this one? I picked up a spiral sword? Nope. Okay, maybe that's my new way of attacking. Hitting A and X at the same time. For like attack and jump. Although that I shouldn't have to like button combo to be able to get the attack styling. Alright. Maybe it won't stop me from like if I touch the bad guys. Archer dude should not be the bane of my existence. I don't remember what's right under the save point. Hopefully nothing that can like... no, we're gonna let him... No! If that ghost had killed me... Just walk right off. No! 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 Oh wait, there's a walkway up there? Okay. Son of a... His bone went through the floor and hit me. As bullcrap. No. Well, no. In the other Castlevania games, bones would go through, like, platforms you could drop through, but they couldn't go through, like, hard floors. Yep, okay. Right. Alright, Alright, we're gonna play a little safer now, I guess. Not that I want to. Darn it! I got his sword. Ooh, scale armor. So now I can give up the brigandine. Oh, ghost. Okay, I gave up a sword to get a ghost. Oh my gosh. But I still made my level. Ow. Mithril didn't. It could just be I don't like it because it's attacking us. Keep these weapons away from me. Okay, there's definitely a secret there. Maybe not from this room, but definitely from either. Yeah, I have both of them. 'Cause I can't get back. Back. Oh, come on. Nope, all these complaints are just I haven't played anything but the GBA games. So a little slower mobility slash performance. Just always felt like it's a GBA title. I'm having fun. Just I've never died on the first boss of a Castlevania game. I'm not used to it. These things hit really flippin' hard. This is normal difficulty. I don't even want to think about hard. I mean, the spells are nice, but I feel like the spells are the only... Like, they're my best. Actually, why am I going back? Man, I just gotta go up and around. And once again, move up. Toggle history. Freaking keep my settings on lock. It would be nice. So I have to keep the Y button and the right stick every time I go in the menu. No, I'm just trying to get this right. Why their loot falls through the platform though. That's somewhat helpful. Maybe my magic meter's growing arbitrarily, so. Okay, and that's okay. I was like, which door is that? The bones are really hard to see because they got shadows around. But I think that was the same for skeletons. And I know I should stop complaining, but gosh darn it. What better options do I have, though? Like, I feel like Zangetsu is throughout the game going to kind of be that guy who's like the wall for your progression. Like, okay, go you. You can take out Zangetsu. Totally do the rest of this area. Unavoidable damage. damage is like my weakest spells. Oh my gosh. And that's one of those, I was in the like, I was still out of an attack, so I could not dodge them. Like, I hit jump and nothing happened. And that's a little frustrating. It's also why I like the Claymore type weapons, where they just do that, like, overhanded chop. Because it punishes enemies that, like, do that. Oh. While you're stuck in this attack animation, I'm going to attack you from behind, ha, sucker! And then you're like, Claymore 180 degrees slice, son. All you need is a decently fast attack. Just, I don't remember being stuck in the animation. It feels very clunky. But it could just be, like, I don't remember it as unfavorably because slow games like I've still got one. Like I have somewhere. Like after me and the wife moved. Maybe. That's kind of lame. Maybe this would be my best course of action against. Just the problem is they're really good against like foes that don't move a lot. So I might throw one on him when he's like trying to counter. Oh, you want to just stand there in a defensive stance? Cool, I'm a... Walk through. Oh, that didn't do bad. Didn't last very... No! Why did she not jump? Ah! I'm just trying to get the emojis. Oh. Nope. Increases its duration. That's not really what I want, though. I want to, like, you know, attack a little faster. Can I get this checklist? Oh, no, I died after I got it. Yeah, I gotta go back around. But again, I've gotten a couple of souls. I've gained a level or two. Just smack. See, they don't last long. I mean, hit him twice, but I got better spells than... Try Ghost. Except the Ghost. Ghost is expensive. Other melting pot is always nice. I'm gonna just craft like a butt ton of potions. Okay, that was kind of nice. Wow, we couldn't even hit this guy. Okay. Yeah, so... Oh my gosh. He goes to use a magical arrow instead, like, the back of his freaking leg. Off you go. Flame can costs very little. Doesn't do as much damage as I'd like, but I do like Gale Crawler because it costs very little. That's good damage. What is Ghost's level up function gonna be? Yeah, the duration will be nice because I like seeing death nasty. And I think that's because they're expecting you to at a certain point start like using your souls to get more power, or like sell them for money or use them to power up other shards. Like this boss shard needs, say, the archer soul. Well, one archer soul is fine, but like 6 archer souls just lets me fire more. Actually, how many souls of his do I have? I've got 3. Oh, but still only rank 1. Okay. If it's just like the Sorrows, I'll need like 5 rank 2, and then 9 maxes it at like rank 3. Or, like with the boss soul I leveled up, I can infuse them to kind of give them permanently max out their rank and power and stuff, which would be cool. I feel like that's a bit rare. Okay. I feel like it's the sensitivity. Like, I'm hitting the button, but I'm noticing this. Back, little ghost. Might as well trying to attack me from through the freaking floor. Body. If this archer kills me, I'm gonna be upset. But again, they make guns very enticing in situations. It's like, you grab magic or want to hit 2 feet away? Just, I don't really have anything to fight Zangetsu with. I'm not gonna look up a guide for it. Yeah, I'm like level 10. Which I feel like is pretty high for what I've covered. Jumpy technique. This will probably be the last time I fight him, and then
Stop right there.
For now. See, he moves so quick. What the heck? She landed and her attack ended? Oh, he could turn around in midair. What? And now I can't escape midair to save my fucking life. Oh. Oh my gosh. See, my whip does little damage. But see, if I turn her in midair, she's not. Did he just freaking double smack me? Come on! Whoa! This food is a full heal? That's nice to know. Up, about to get punished. I think I'm getting him. Dang. And now he's got a flaming sword? The heck? He just freaking... Oh, great. No, his attacks are great. Why can I not jump attack? Like, the second she touches the ground, her jump attack ends. Oh, what the heck? Just died. How much HP? Go. Oh, jeez. I like his guard. I don't think it's meant to be that gimmicky. Oh, what the heck? I was still in mid-air. I'm sorry, he's just... Like, I can't dodge that. Not when he puts it like in. Oh my gosh. I'm just trying to get around him. And there's my last healing. Oh my gosh. I go left now? Thank you. He's got ease. He's got... And he's blocking. 2 smacks. Oh crap. No. Thank you.
Cease this at once, Zangetsu.
Why are all these people, like, showing up? Like, I met Alfred and Johannes moved up, but now it looks like Dominique has gone through, like, all of this castle to get to this room. I'm sorry, I'm still grumpy about my lack of mobility when fighting a guy who can freaking teleport, practically, which is complete and utter garbage. Like, unless I can eventually get a lot of mobility options like that, which I doubt it, because it's a Castlevania game.
Ah, here we go.
Like, I feel like eventually I'll get a double jump, or a triple jump, or a flight ability, or something that lets me jump really high, or go up, kind of like a Shine Spark.
How many times do I have to tell you? Our enemies are the demons and those in league with them.
Is he, like, mindless?
And I say, what is the difference? The alchemists were the gunmen, the shardbinders the gun. All must be dismantled.
Ooh.
In the case of the alchemists, you are right. They coveted the powers of hell and must pay for it. But Miriam is not like them. She is fighting for us, at great personal risk.
Really? you forget how many of our friends perished for similarly misplacing their faith.
And do I look as weak? Look closer.
I was bored with her anyway.
Do your job, Zangetsu. You need to put a stop to Alfred.
And I will. But you listen to me, Shardbinder. If you value your life, then stay out of my sight.
You only have one eye. That makes my job twice as easy. That was rude.
You can hold me to my word, Dominique. But don't presume to tell me what else I can or cannot do.
And now he's going in the direction I was going! Jackass!
I apologize for my acquaintance. He had no right to speak to you like that.
Pay it no mind. I've been through worse.
I have?
I want you to know that I trust you, Miriam. And nothing anyone says could ever sway that trust.
I still don't get why they dress their priestess. Again, it's Japanese. I can't look too far into it like
it's
I am.
nice to know that I have someone on my side.
What are you talking about? What about Johannes the Nerd?
Zangetsu is a demon hunter from a land far to the east. In the tumult of a decade ago, perhaps even longer. Demons robbed him of everything precious to him, and he's despised everything to do with them since. His strength, however, is second to none.
I noticed.
I saw it for myself. I could tell he was holding back, but he was a handful regardless.
No, he wasn't. Don't lie to me.
Maybe it was a lack
Holding
of
back does
conviction that
not
dulled
kill
his
you.
blade.
No. Okay. Anyone who does a story, I've played D&D long enough to know, if you are holding back, you make it so that either after the boss loses X amount of life, you pull the, well, he was holding back, and you stop it like this. Like, you were winning because, but then on the flip side, you have to make it, if the boss is about to kill you, he gets you down to like 1 HP, and then this cutscene happens. You can't have it one way and not the other and be able to pull that, well, he was holding back. No, he wasn't. He killed me. Like, blatantly killed me.
Well,
that is not holding
I'll be
back.
off then. I mustn't leave Anne alone for too long.
I feel like Anne is a trap. Oh my gosh, that boss was hard. I mean, but even this. Yeah. What was this number? Yeah, if I go to attack and I'm too close to the ground, it will cancel her attack. Which means I cannot effectively attack at like this height without getting shafted by the game's minions. Oh, and if he's far enough off screen, he doesn't get hit with my attacks. That's great. Alright guys, that was a very stressful hour. Zangetsu's a pain in the butt. And I know I'm gonna fight him at least another time, or 2, or 5. I really don't want to. But I don't know. I'm loving that there is story. When I am not streaming, I will, well, maybe when I'm streaming, but definitely not when I'm doing it for YouTube stuff. I will probably read the archives, see if maybe there's some information I can get out of that. Like, oh, this is why I can't do these things. See, like, oh my gosh, they do 20, I'm doing 18. This is my strongest weapon. At least I'm pretty sure it's my strongest weapon. Not gonna use the blunderbuss. An assassin's boots, their knives concealed. Oh, geez, there are knives concealed. What the heck? Okay, I feel like using that might have been a little helpful. I really like how they're giving you, like, kung fu shoes. I know in most of the other games you get like cestises or brass knuckles, which are pretty much just a punch. Like you could punch really fast, but you'd only do like 5 damage. But like these have comparable damage to the most powerful weapons I have. Oh, did I never? Yeah, it kind of like halves her action. But I don't think it did that with the shoes. The boots. I mean, if I'm that close to the ground, I might as well be like, that's weird. Alright, guys, I will let y'all go. I don't know if I'll play this again next week on stream. By then, I will have gotten further. I won't hopefully be in the exact same area. But we will see. Oh, the moon's not red now. That's weird. Jump up. Do I want to go down? Oh, but to the ghosts, I'm not. Okay. Oh my gosh. Thank you. Ooh, health up. Alright guys, remember, like, comment, subscribe, contact me if you are interested in helping the channel, or with that, guys, enjoy your lights out.